Shadows stepped Kale, his storm-gray hair tousled by the night air. His weathered cloak seemed to merge with the darkness as his steady gaze reflected the haunting light of the veil. Kale warned Alara about the veil's power, his voice low and grave, hinting at dangers tied closely to the cycles of the moon. He spoke of forces that could not be easily controlled, and the peril hidden within the shimmering light. Alara held up her silver crescent pendant, watching it resonate faintly as the veil's light brushed against it. The pendant's subtle glow mirrored the birthmark on her skin, linking her to the mystery unfolding before them. A flashback took her to childhood, when she first discovered the crescent birthmark. Even then, she had been inexplicably drawn to moonlit nights, feeling an unspoken connection to their shifting phases. The village elders gathered in whispered tones, recounting the veil's curse that had loomed over their people for generations. Their stories spoke of restless shadows and the heavy price of past recklessness under the moon. Disturbances grew. Shadows began to move on their own, and villagers reported hearing chilling whispers in solitude. Fear threaded through the village as the unnatural phenomena escalated beyond whispers and glances. Determined, Alara knelt by a calm pond under the bright moon, tracing the veil's path through the reflections. The silver light twisted fluidly across the water's surface, guiding her gaze deeper into the mystery. In a rare moment of vulnerability, Kale confessed he had tracked the veil for years. His quest to uncover its source was driven by the hope of mastering or perhaps ending its haunting influence. The veil thickened, pulsing rhythmically as ghostly shapes emerged, mimicking villagers' deepest fears with unsettling clarity. The ethereal light warped into haunting forms that tightened its grip on the frightened souls nearby. Alara's pendant glowed with unexpected intensity, revealing hidden runes etched beneath its surface that had gone unnoticed before. The runes shimmered against the moonlit silver, suggesting a link to ancient wisdom. Suddenly, a fierce gust snuffed out every lantern, plunging the village into deeper shadow. Only the moon remained to illuminate the veil's mesmerizing, yet terrifying, dance in the night. Resolute, Alara chose to venture into the forest to confront the veil's enigma, with Kale reluctantly binding himself to her. Together, they stepped into the shadows where the moonlight barely pierced the dense canopy. Deeper within the forest, they discovered ancient stones arranged in a crescent shape, faintly glowing beneath the moon's silvery light. The stones hummed with a subtle energy, resonating with the veil that now encircled them. The veil wrapped around the stones, growing more tangible as its whispers rose into haunting melodies that wove through the trees. The silver light pulsed like a living heartbeat, intensifying the eerie atmosphere. Alara stumbled, and from the shimmer emerged a shadowy figure eerily resembling her own reflection. It reached out, trying to pull her into the veil's radiant but unnerving light, challenging her grip on reality. Kale reacted swiftly, chanting incantations from his ancient journal inscribed with cryptic runes. His voice cut through the night, momentarily dispersing the shadow and soothing the restless veil's turmoil. Their eyes caught a hidden inscription on one of the crescent stones, referencing an ancient ritual designed to bind or control the veil's potent power. The markings hinted at a fragile balance between light and shadow, old as the moon itself. As the night deepened, the veil became tempestuous, tugging fiercely at Alara's pendant and the birthmark pulsing beneath her skin. The lunar energy strained against her, threatening to overwhelm her senses. Visions assaulted Alara, moonlit battles between ethereal guardians and veil spirits trapped between worlds. The spectral clashes echoed through her mind, revealing a long-hidden conflict intertwined with her own destiny. Kale disclosed that he had once been a guardian, bound by a curse to roam until the veil's balance was restored. His storm-gray hair and weathered cloak marked years of wandering in search of redemption and renewal. The forest shifted around them. Ancient trees whispered dire warnings as the path back to the village faded into obscurity. Shadows thickened, and the boundary between reality and veil blurred dangerously. A sudden change in the moon's phase warped the veil's form, stretching it like molten silver encasing them. The light's fluid motion intensified, binding Alara and Kale in its shimmering grasp as the night deepened. Alara and Kale finally reached the ancient altar, its surface worn smooth by time but still radiating a strange energy. The crescent-shaped indentation in the stone calls to Alara's pendant, which fits perfectly as if made for the place. The moment the pendant settles, a faint hum vibrates through the air, heightening the tension around them. As Alara presses the pendant deeper into the altar, a sudden burst of blinding light erupts, flooding the clearing with silvery luminescence. The veil responds violently, thrashing like a living current before enveloping them in its shifting folds. Both find themselves swept away, pulled through an otherworldly vortex that warps the very fabric of their surroundings. They emerge in a liminal realm where the skies glow with a cold silver hue, and the land is draped in long shadows cast by an unseen moon. This ethereal place seems bound by lunar light, both beautiful and haunting, its edges blurred and constantly shifting like a dream. All around, reflective surfaces ripple oddly, mirroring more than just their images. From the shadows flicker faint, sorrowful figures, lost villagers caught in the veil's unyielding curse. They approach silently, their eyes pleading for release though no words escape their lips. The air is thick with a heavy grief that weighs on Alara's heart, deepening her resolve. Suddenly, Alara's silver crescent birthmark glows with intense light, casting a gentle beacon that reaches out to the fragmented souls. The spectral villagers respond, their forms stabilizing as a faint connection is formed between their trapped essence and the waking world. This luminous link offers a fragile hope for their salvation. Kale studies the cryptic runes inscribed within his ancient journal, muttering translations under his breath. He reveals that the veil was originally created as a shield to protect the realm from outside harm, but the magic became twisted over time. The intended guardian became a curse, feeding on the fears of those it was meant to defend. They are soon met by a spectral guardian, an imposing figure woven from light and shadow. The guardian warns them solemnly that interfering with the veil is perilous, threatening to collapse both the liminal realm and the physical world. Its tone is grave, underscoring the fragile balance at stake. Torn between duty and fear, Alara wrestles with whether to sever the veil's corrupt power completely or try to restore its original protective nature. The weight of her people's fate presses heavily on her as the moonlight continues to shift all around them. Kale watches